Good morning, YouTube. It's a beautiful day in the Ozarks, and we are back at another drawing today. We are doing the scroll, and we're using Mark Kistler's book, You Can Draw in 30 Days, to get me back into drawing. So we're on lesson 18 today, and got my coffee. And some water, and we're going to dive into the scroll. So I like the scroll because it reminds me of doing D&D when I was a teenager. I didn't really get into it much, but I liked drawing the maps and making characters more than actually I played, because I grew up in the country, way deep in the country side, no people around, so I did a lot of map drawing. I do have a book about drawing D&D maps that I'll get into at a much later date, that we'll do. So on the scrolls, again, I was using cylinders to start with, and it's amazing when I draw it, or draw anything, that while I'm doing it, the drawing actually, sorry, I'm watching myself draw there, it looks really bland at first until I start shading, and then it just seems to pop to life. Later on in the book, we do a face, and I thought it was turning out really horrible at first, and then I started shading it in, contours, and it was actually the first face I've ever drawn, and it turned out okay for my first try. But like here on the scroll, the shading makes the whole difference. So that's what I really like about this book, is he does focus a lot on the shading aspect, and I think that'll help a lot when I get into the drawing animals and pets. The next book I'm going to do, I believe, is drawing woodland creatures. I'm really looking forward to that. And in real time, I'm about 8 videos behind on putting out on YouTube, but I'm getting ready to start that book, so you'll be seeing that shortly too. I'll have it segmented out into its own playlist, and each book into its own playlist. So, like I've been saying, if you have an old hobby that you've been wanting to restart, or just wanting to start a hobby, get into something and do it. It'll really relax you. So again, thanks for joining.